Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. The last video we did the modeling, the analysis, and then the design of this particular steel structure. So for today, we will be transferring this structure to ProtaSteel so that we can do the proper detailing, that is each connection. Okay, so let's do that. To do that, just go to Steel Design and then you load your ProtaSteel. Okay, so right now it is importing the design. Okay, so what you can do is first of all check this end note. So just check this note and then check the bottom. You can see zero object raised warning. Okay, so that's good. So just close that and then you have to zoom in to see your drawing, your design. Okay, so we have the design ready. The first thing I like to do is I usually try to confirm the orientation of the steel, be the column, be the brace, be whatever, the orientation matters. Okay, so let's look at this. For example, this is not a right orientation. This is not a right orientation. Look at this, it is not right. How is it not right? Let me show you properly. If you look at this, you see this direction and then this direction. This is not what I want, so you can click on this, then you say Control Q. You see that it has changed. Okay, so you can now see the kind of connection we have. So this is exactly what I want, so click this and let's do the same for the rest. So I think this is also guilty. Yeah, it's also guilty of bad orientation. So this just hold control and select them all. Yeah, this and this too. So then you can now click Control Q and that will change. Okay, so that is good enough. What about this? Okay, this is good. We don't need to change this side. That side is looking good. Okay, so since we are done with that, the next thing we can do is we start with the we just go into the detailing properly. So I would like to start from the bottom. So we start from the bottom, then we move up. Okay, so this is a steel column, but the steel column will never come directly from the foundation. Okay, so we will definitely need a concrete column, that is a concrete column that will be a stud for this steel column. So the concrete column may have maybe a pad foundation or whatever kind of foundation. It can even be a pie foundation that will not be connected to the steel structure, depending on the kind of, I don't know. So definitely this will be connected to a column. Okay, I mean a concrete column. So to do that, you will need a base plate and a anchor bolt connection to do that. All right, so let's start by creating the base plate first. Okay, so this is base plate. So click on base plate and then we are going to click all the below column, not the top column, because the top column is not connected to the concrete. The top column is connected to this column. Okay, obviously you can see that. So we are going to click this, so the base plate will come directly on it. Then you click this, so we can have a base plate. You can see we have a base plate of about 4, no, I think that's 8 holes altogether. So that's 8 holes for 8 anchor bolts. So click all of them. Actually, we don't need to detail everything. We just need to detail some parts. It is for tutorial. I just need to show you how it is done. Okay, because detailing everything one by one may take forever. You want to do the precision stuffs and everything. So let's just keep on with this for now. Okay, this column as well, and then we need this column. Okay, and then this column. Okay, and that's all. So now everything has a base plate. Okay, you may be wondering why all these are there. These are basically telling you the moment you have, the end condition. So you can see this is X, so this is Y, this is Z. That is telling you that that's a fixed support. You have restraints in every angle. Okay, so that's a fixed support over there. Okay, so this base plate can't be there alone. You need to put a anchor bolt. To do that, come to anchor bolt. This is anchor bolt, so you click on anchor bolt. Then before you click anything, make sure you right click, then you now select the base plate. Okay, so you can see that when I selected the base plate, I have an anchor bolt. Okay, so that is one way of doing that. Another way is, for example, I just need an anchor bolt here. Let's say I mistakenly deleted this anchor bolt. Okay, let me say I mistakenly deleted the anchor bolts. Let me select everything, the anchor bolt and the knot. Okay, so then let me delete. Let me say yes. So I've deleted this mistakenly. I don't need to delete all of this. So what I just need to do is bring in another anchor bolt to fill in here. Okay, so how do you do that? You click on anchor bolts, but you are not going to right click. You just go to the hole, make sure you are at the center of the hole, something like this, then you drop it here. Okay, so you can now see the anchor bolt. Okay, so you can see the anchor bolt is being placed over there instead of deleting everything and then bringing in another one. So that's how you do that. And if you look at the direction, I'm not even contented with direction, so even the hook length, the hook angle, I'm not contented with. So just double click and then go to geometry. The hook angle is 90. I want the hook angle to be, let me take it up like this. Okay, you can see the hook angle is 90, so I want to change it to 180. Okay, so you click on apply. You can see that it is now going up, so that is 180 hook angle. Okay, that is one. Another thing is I want to make it go inward, so I'll change the rotation here. The rotation is 270, so I'll just put it in 90. Okay, so you can move inward. Is that no? Should it be 180? Okay, that's 180. Okay, so you can see that it is now moving inward. Okay, so this one is going fine, but I will change the hook angle to 180. You can see, so you can, all right, so cancel that. Let's do the same thing for this. No, double click and then you change to 180, apply. Okay, and then this too, change to double click and then you change to no hook angle, right? Just the hook angle 180 and then okay. Okay, so if you are done, you can do the same thing for this. You can change, you can change it to go like this. For example, let's double click on it and then the angle is 270, so I think that should now be 90, so that I can go in the 180 direction. So that will be 90. Okay, so you can go like this. Then I'll change this one to 180, so it can't be 90 anymore. Okay, so this is how I want it to look like. You can change this, change this, change this, so everything. Let me change it anyway. Let me change it to where is it? 90, 180, apply. Okay, let me just click on close. You can just click on close since you are, I don't know why I keep right clicking. So this 90 and this 180, so okay. And then lastly we have this, double click, then here we have 90 and here we have 180. Okay, so you click on OK. Okay, so you can now see that all of them are looking at each other, so that's good. Okay, so we are done with the connection of the concrete column to the steel column. So we can move forward to see this one. You can see a stud. We have a stud here, so you can see it here. We have a stud. This is a stud and a column. So the stud can't just stand in like that. There should be a connection between the stud and the column. Okay, so to do that, you pick this one. This is the connection we use for the stud. So you click it, then you click the column, and then you click the stud, then you right click. Okay, so you can see the connection, right? So you can do, there's one here to column, this connection, so you can see that. Okay, so let's do for everything here. One, yeah, right click, column, stud. Why do I keep saying stud? Girt. Okay, so column, girt, sorry, let me pick it again. column, the guards, and then you right click. You can see how you have that. Maybe you're not seeing it properly, you see it here properly now. Column, guards, and then you right click. You can see how this is now facing. Okay, just do a bolt connection. Column, the guards, and then you right click, and you have it here too. Column, the guards, right click, column, the guards, and you right click. So that's how you keep doing for everything, but let's just stop this here. Okay, so now you know how to connect your steel column to the concrete column, and now you know how to connect your guards to the column. So let's move forward to see how we can connect this bottom column to the upper column. Okay, so how do you do that? You can come here, you pick the splice, pick the upper column, pick the lower column. That will do. You can even pick the lower column and then the higher column. It will still do. You can pick them as you like. Let me do here. So bottom up. Okay, you can say up bottom, doesn't matter. So that's how you go about doing that. Okay, so this and this, so you have that. Okay, so now you know how to connect the upper column to the lower column. One thing we also need to know how to do is you should know how to connect the column to the beam. The beam and column, there should be a connection between two of them. So how can you do that? You have several ways to do that. One, you can use this, which is beam to column end plates. Let me use this. So you pick the column first, then you now pick the beam, and then you right click. Okay, so if you look at this now, you have the connection, but maybe it is not showing properly. Let me show you here. So you pick the column, you pick the beam, then you right click. So let's see if there is anything there. You can see it properly now, so you can see the connection. Okay, so let's do the same thing for this column and this beam. So pick it, no, this one. So pick it, then you pick your column, you pick your beam, and then you right click. Okay, so you can see the connection. Okay, so you have as many as possible connections. You have as many as possible. Another thing you can even do to connect the beam to the column, you can use hunch. I like using hunch. So you can pick the hunch, then you click the column and then the beam, then you see the hunch. Okay, you don't need to do right click. So you can do the same thing, this, then it will just drop in like that. You can see the hunch. So and then you can see the both connections for the hunch. Okay, so let's do the same thing here. Column, beam. You don't see beam, column. You see, that's wrong. That's wrong. So you should do it like this: column, beam. Okay, so that's that. You still have many more ways to do your connections. Do we have a connection here? Let me see this other side. Let's do some connections at this other side. I think we've not done any connection here. So okay, how about we do this kind of connection? I will connect this beam to this beam, then I'll connect this column to this column. So you need a hunch, you won't need any kind of. So let me see how you do that. So you can do this, pick this this connection, then select this. No, sorry, let's interrupt that. Let's pick it again, this, then you pick this column, you pick this beam, and then you pick this beam. Then you can see this is the connection you have over there. All right, let me say I select this upper beam, this one, and this one. You see it is still the same thing, so you don't need to bother yourself. Just select the bottom or you select the top. You can use any of the column as the reference. All you just need to do is connect this beam to this beam. Okay, so let me interrupt that. We also need to connect this column to this column. We've connected this beam to this beam. With this, obviously you can see we've connected this beam to this beam. So let's connect this column and this column together with the splice, what we've done before. So it's like this. So pick this and then you pick this, and then you can have that. So you don't need to use hunch or any other kind of connection anymore. So this is good enough. All right. Okay, so what else can we do? I think we've done the Girt connection. We've done that in the other side. Okay, And then we've done this. Yeah, good. We've seen how you can connect two succeeding columns. You've seen how you can connect two succeeding beams. You've seen how you can even connect the beam and column together. So the next thing we need to see is how you can brace, how you can connect your bracings. Okay, so let's see the bracings. Looking at this one, let me show you. There are two ways you can connect your bracing. You can weld, and then you can bolt. They are basically two kind of connections. So let me show you the welding first. So for the welding, let's pick this one. Now let's start from this edge. So you see these four connections you are seeing here, they are basically for the bracing. These four elements, this one, and this one, they are for bracing. Okay, so these two, that is this one and this one, they are for welding. This one and this one, they are for bolts. Okay, so the four are for bracing. The first two is bracing using welding connection. Then the other two are for bracing using bolt and nut connection. Okay, so when do you use this? You use this when you have three elements. That is, you have one bracing and then two boundary elements. That is one beam, one column. Then here, that's when you have more than one bracing. Okay, here is the same thing. That's just when you have one bracing, and here this is when you have two or more bracings. Okay, so let's say I want to use welding for this one. So I'll have to pick this first one. I only have one bracing. You can see there's only one bracing, so I have to pick this one. So you pick this one, so you select this one, and then this one. So you can see the gusset plates. So the gusset plate will be welded to the beam and the column, and then the brace will now be welded to the gusset plates. Okay, so that is how you go about doing that. So you can do the same thing here. Pick this, and pick this. So you have the gusset plate here. Okay, then what about here? You can see you have more than one bracing. You have one and two bracings. So that means you won't be using this first one. You'll be using this second one, because you won't be using this one. You'll be using this one, because this one is when you have two or more bracings. Even from the diagram, you can see that you have two or more bracings. But from this, you can see you only have one bracing. So you pick this. So you now select this one, select this one, select this one. Then you right click. Then you can see the gusset plate. Okay, so that's how you go about that. Okay, so here you have a bracing tool. So select this, right click. Okay, and then here too, select this, right click. All right, then here you can use these three because you only have one bracing. Okay, are they being that this is a straight beam? Let's see, you can see this is not a straight beam. Are they being this is a straight beam? Then you can say you have two bracings at that point, but this is a separate beam. Okay, so I'm going to pick this. So select this one, and then this one. Okay, so you have the gusset plates. You can see. So you can first of all select the column, then select this and then this, but don't make the mistake of, let me pick this one. Don't make the mistake of selecting this one first, then saying this and this. It will bring an error. Secondary profile type is not supported. Why? What you just need to check is when you click on this, it will tell you how you can use it. You can see the functionality. Create a corner weighted gusset plate. That's what I want to do. Then how do you use it? It says click the icon. Definitely that's what I will do first. I'll click the icon. Then you now select a main. So you have to select main first. Then you now select secondary. Then you now select the boundary. Okay, so you can see this is the main. Definitely this is the secondary, and this is the boundary. So it will create this. You can also call this your primary, which is the main. Then this will be this the secondary, and this will now be the boundary. Okay, but you can't say this is primary, this is secondary, this is boundary. That is wrong. Okay, so you should be careful of how you interpret that. Okay, so we are done with the bracing. We are done with the here. Let's do some beam column connection. Let me use onch for that. So onch this and this. Okay, so I can connect that, and then here let me use onch for this and this. Let me use onch for this and this. Okay, then I'll now connect these two beams together. So I'll connect these two beams together. Where is that? This. So you select the column, this and this. Okay, so you have that as well. So you can just go ahead and use them, as it depends on how more versatile you are with steel design. You can just keep doing that, you enjoy it. You just need some few clicks and then everything will keep coming in. Okay, so that is how you do that. I think that brings us to the end of the detailing. Okay, well, let me show you one more thing. One more thing I want to show you is how you can have a plate. For example, let's say you are designing a steel tank. When you have a steel tank, you want to have an horizontal plate where you can place your steel tank. Okay, so you will need a plate. So to do that, let me interrupt this. Okay, so to do that, I will just let me come double click on the open space, then you go to filter, and then you go to profile. Then let me say I just want to see the column and the beam, so I'll select column and beam, then say okay. Okay, so everything will go except the column and beams. Okay, and then to make it more interesting, let me just select this beam, this beam, this beam, and then this beam. Then you right click, say show only selected, so only the items I selected will be showing. Okay, the purpose of doing this is because I want to create a plate. If I want to create a plate, I will need some particular points, and that will be difficult for me to get the points if I have all the structures together. So I have to filter the structure as much as possible. So that's why I'm showing only the selected, and then you understand. Okay, so to do that, you come here. This is plates. You can see base plates. So you pick the four corners of the plate. So this is the first corner, select that, and then the next corner, that should be here, select that, then the other corner, that should be here, then the next corner, that should be here, and then you now pick the first corner, which is what you pick first. So that will be the first will be the last. So you do that to activate it. So pick here, and then you have your this, so you can interrupt. So you can see your plate is being placed, but when you look closely at the plate, you see that the plate is not even sitting as it should. Okay, so what you can do is just click on it and then say Ctrl W. Okay, you can see now that it is now sitting properly, it is now flushing with the beam. Okay, so that is how you go about that. And then for the thickness, you can double click on it, then you can see here you have the thickness. You can just change it to maybe 50, or depending on whatsoever you want to do. So just say okay, and then you have that. So the thickness will now be 50. Okay, so that is all. You can right click and then you say show all, so you can see the plates. If you want to do more, you can just select this, select it. No, you can see that's what I'm talking about. Select this, select this, select this, select this, then you say show selected, then you place your plates. Just keep doing like that. And if you can keep finding the points like this, at least we've even removed the roof, so it shouldn't be so difficult for you to even place your plates with the roof removed. Okay, so that's not so bad. Okay, to bring back the roof, you need to double click on the open space. You go to filter back, and then you go to profile, and then you have to deselect this too, and then you say okay, and then okay. So that will bring in back your roof, and then you see your roof is there back, and then that's it. Okay, so this brings us to the end of the detailing of a steel structure in ProtaSteel. In the next video, I will be showing you how we can do the same for the roof truss. We still have the roof truss, so we have to do with the connection of the roof truss. All the connections, the pole line, and then the sag rod, and a lot of things too are involved in the roof detail. So in the next video, we'll move to the roof detail. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't hesitate to subscribe. Thank you.